Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another Stock Kings YouTube video. And today we'll be going over whether the market correction is finally over and also how the Senate just passed the $1,400 stimulus payment, the $1.9 trillion relief plan, and the details surrounding that. But before we get into that, I want you guys to go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you know whenever we post a new video. I also have my Instagram link below if you want to give a follow to that. I always post when we put out new videos and some other details surrounding the channel if you guys would be interested. But with that, let's get right into the video. So I want to talk about the S&P 500 here for a second. This is kind of used as a benchmark for the overall market, talking about the market correction. And last week we officially went into a market correction, dropping about 10% from where we were in the previous weeks. And this has just been a total bloodbath, people. I mean, the past 2 weeks have just been consistently red. People's accounts have been getting slaughtered, but I think there's some good news surrounding this. We talked previously how we thought this was going to mirror past price action and come down to the 50 EMA, test this, and come back out to create all new highs. And we did get that a little bit right here in this zone. We're on the daily chart here on the S&P 500. We definitely got a test to the 50 EMA. We got a decent day coming back up, eating up a lot of those losses. And then we came right back down to test it and then eventually break through and get a close below. And this is where I was really sweating, worrying about the correction. But luckily for us here on Friday, we came back up and actually closed out of the 50 EMA, which we can still see is similar to this past price action, getting a close below the 50 EMA and coming back out to test these new all-time highs. And I think this is where the new stimulus check coming in will definitely try to bring some momentum out of this bear market that we seem to be in, this market correction. A lot of influx of cash to many Americans will, I believe, force us out of this market correction. People getting extra cash, spending more money than usual from this check from the government. I think that's a huge deal for the market as a whole. With more people spending money, there will be more money being thrown around to these companies. And then eventually, I think we can get a push to create all new highs and get breaks out of here. But going into that, Bill, I have an article here that I can pull up. Yeah, so we're here on Kiplinger. The Senate passes a bill with more targeted stimulus payments. So this bill, being passed by the Senate, was actually kind of a huge shocker. I don't know if you guys saw my last video talking about the stimulus kind of being passed around in the Senate. We didn't really think it was going to get passed. We thought it was going to be a while until the Senate approved of the stimulus package. There was a lot of fighting between Republicans and Democrats. However, they spent about 24 hours basically arguing over amendments to the plan, but they finally got a deal done, which is huge. It's a huge deal for many Americans who will be receiving this $1,400 check, and there's a bunch of revisions that we'll be going over. Basically, there's a lot of changes to this stimulus payment that you guys need to know about. So we have here the Senate finally passes the 1.9 trillion C-word relief bill, but fewer people will get a third stimulus check under the Senate version than under the House passed version. So this is the revised version. That is true. Less people will actually be getting this check than the last couple of bills. Yes, this authorizes a new round of 1,400 stimulus payments, but don't start counting your money quite yet. So the basic big revision, the more targeted stimulus check, is basically they kind of changed the income for the qualifiers for this. And this basically goes over this right here. People who file their tax return using the single filing status with an adjusted gross income, AGI, between 80,000 and 100,000, those people will receive a reduced bill, basically, or a reduced check. And then head of household filers with an AGI, adjusted gross income, between 120 and 150. So these people will not be receiving a check from the government. So basically, it's if you're a single filer, anywhere above 80,000, you will not be receiving a check. Now, if you are married and you're above 160,000, you will also not be receiving a check. People receiving a check, basically, the cutoff is around 70,000 to 80,000. So 70,000 and below, you will be receiving that check, and then anywhere in between, it gets reduced. And for married people, it's 70 or 150,000 to 160,000. That is where it starts to get reduced as well. But anywhere under 150,000 for married filers, you will be receiving the check. But also a big change is the $1,400 for dependents. So in addition to the $1,400 base amount for all eligible Americans, the current bill calls for an additional payment for each dependent in your family. So that is huge. If you have a dependent in your family that files under your name, you will be receiving a $1,400 check for them. So this includes, for first and second time round stimulus, only dependent children 16 years old or younger qualified for the add-on. That meant no extra payments for older children. So this will then include college students who previously were not receiving any stimulus. They will now be getting a stimulus. Any college student that was basically a dependent will now receive the $1,400 check as well, but that will have to be under their parent, basically, the person that they filed under. So that's huge, and this will be based on your 2019 or 2020. So now that the Senate has passed the bill, we can expect these checks to start rolling around in the next week or so. It'll probably take around till Wednesday to get on the president's desk and for him to sign it. But then after that, it'll take the IRS, about a week to start rolling out those checks. And that's great news. Again, it'll be a huge bump up for the market, hopefully take us out of this market correction, give us some cash for people to start spending around, get themselves out of debt, spending on what they need to spend it on. But I think that's all I have for you guys for this video. If you found value in this video, go ahead, give a like to the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications. And as always, I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a great day.